Do you have thin edges? Are your edges going out of place? Do you have this insecurity? Do you feel uncomfortable actually leaving your hair out because of how bad your edges are looking? Hi everyone, it's your girl Tina Olise. Welcome back to my channel. So going to today's video, edges. Yes, edges. A lot of women, a lot of ladies, a lot of females don't have this confidence. Like, it tampers with their self-esteem when they don't have edges. Like, their hairline is just not intact and keep on hiding under scarves, under turbans, under protective styling, under wigs, because they feel their hairline is putting them to shame. So today I'm going to be sharing with you 10 tips on how to grow your hairlines, tips on how to maintain it, how to grow it, and how to make sure that you're not making mistakes, because there's so many mistakes that you make that actually make you lose those hairlines, those edges that you don't even know. So today I'm going to be sharing those tips with you. If you're watching this video, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications to get notified anytime I upload a new video. And leave a comment in the comment section telling me if this video was or is going to be helpful to you. So tip number 1 on growing your edges: stop picking it. Yes, when I mean stop picking it, I mean when you're going to do any hairstyle, a protective style, whatsoever on your hair. I've seen a lot of people, like, I'm not lying, I'm very serious with this. I've been to a salon before and I saw a lady asking the stylist, like, my edges are very weak, like last time I made a hairstyle, it just went out. And the lady actually wanted to do a cornrow. The stylist told her, when I pick it and I'm cornrowing your hair to make it grow. Oh Jesus Christ, it's a lie. It's a lie. I was so shocked. Like, why would you tell someone that? When you pick on your edges, you are creating tension, the pull and everything. Like, it's too much. You're supposed to leave your edges, let them bleed. Whenever you're doing a style, first of all, make sure the style is not too tight. Like, when the person is making that style, it's not too tight to the extent that you could see like whitish particles or so after you make your hair. Like, that shows your hair was drastically and aggressively dragged from your follicles. Those whitish parts you can actually see are the parts in which your hair is actually attached to your follicles. Like, it's off. It's no longer there. It's supposed to be inside. You're not supposed to be seeing those whitish parts. Just brush out those hairlines. Like, yes, when you're styling your hair whatsoever, just brush them out. Like, bring them out. Do whatever style you want to do, not tightly. Then you could just just do anything to save your hair. Don't just pick it. Like, don't pick it. Stop wearing caps, scarves, turbans, gele, tight. You see some people's gele, like, oh my goodness, it's so tight that it actually raises the contour of their face, and it's so tight that you can't even. I'm not even sure there's blood supply to your brain. Like, don't. I would actually put on scarf and it's not tight, and in less than an hour I'm having migraines. How do you survive with that? The same way that is actually putting tension and drawing up your face, that's the same way it's putting tension on your hair. So please don't go on with caps on your daily routine. Don't go on with hats. Don't go on with scarves, headbands, things that that are very tight on your hair, because those things are actually putting tension and drawing it. Like, when you try to put it back, it draws your hairlines and your edges, and it makes them very fragile, and you just lose it at the end. Number 3, hot oil treatment. Yes, my third point is hot oil treatment. Do hot oil treatment. When I mean hot oil treatment, I don't mean go and fry oils or essential oils whatsoever. You could use very light penetrating oils. When you're doing hot oil treatments for your scalp, I always recommend, though it's not compulsory, but personally I recommend you use penetrating oils that really penetrate and go deep and moisturize and really make that place much more manageable. When you do hot oil treatment, make sure you massage those edges. If you can do it like every night or every 2 nights, then yes, that is good. Just do it regularly. It really helps to stimulate hair growth and also to help blood circulation in that part. Stop gelling and brushing your edges every day. I'm not saying you shouldn't use gels. No, that is not what I'm saying. But all I'm saying is, if at all you want to make use of gel, like it's compulsory, maybe you really have this occasion or an event that you need to slick down those edges to look, the bomb, fine, do this once in a while. And if at all you're supposed to do this, make sure you spritz your hair with enough water. Do not use alcohol gel, like alcohol based gel. If at all you want to use a brush, make sure the bristles are soft. Yes, touch the bristles and make sure it's very flexible and soft. Don't do this every day because it's not recommended. The brushes, no matter how soft it even is, it's still putting tension. Like when you're doing this continuously, you are dragging your hair. Your edges are very soft. It's pulling tension on it and it's dragging it out because they're very, very tiny hairs and all that. It's dragging it out. So you don't need to always brush and slick down your edges. It's not necessary. Number 5, stop the high buns. Stop doing tight buns. Like, stop it. A lot of people would, pack their hair. They'll take it all to the back if it's a slick bun, or they'll take it all the way up if it's a high bun, and use the whole muscle that our African ancestors has put in us and put it up to be very tight and have this slick down look. Like, what's up with people and having a slick down look? That's my question. What's up? Stop doing those high tight puffs or buns or things that you actually put your hair in a place and have to tie it, because you are still creating tension. And when you're doing that, the tension and everything is on your hairline, on your edges. The other parts of your hair can probably withstand it, but the main tension is going to your edges and your hairline. So stop doing that. If you want to do a high puff or any slick bun or whatsoever, do it, but make sure you're not having migraines. Make sure it's free. Make sure you can't even feel your head. Make sure you can't feel the style at all. Then it's free. But once you start to feel the style, once you start feeling okay, your hair is packed up, once you start feeling migraines, once you can feel the blood flow in your head, then just take it down and make it loose. Tip number 6. Stop bonding. Stop applying bonds. Stop applying glue to your hair. Yes, stop applying bonds and glue to your hair. I've seen a lot of people going to do hairstyles that they actually have to, apply bonds or some kind of glue, or even wigs. When you wear this, frontal wigs or 360-degree wigs and all that, you have to apply some kind of glue or something to keep it in place for a longer time. Stop doing that. It's taking off your edges, because when you're pulling that out, edges are going off with it. Stick to hairstyles that you don't have to use bonds and glue. Moisturize your edges. Yeah, it sounds very funny when I tell people to moisturize their edges, but yes, you have to moisturize your edges. Even if you don't moisturize your hair every day, I'd recommend, if you have very weak and fragile edges and you're trying to grow them, I recommend you moisturize it every night if possible, or every 2 nights, as frequently as you can. Why? Because whenever you are washing your face, you always wash here, like your hairline. The soap or the face wash or whatsoever you use has partially drying agents, because they are not made for hair. Every time you wash your face, your hairlines are dry. It's a very big truth, and people actually overlook this. I've not really seen people actually telling people to actually moisturize their hairlines often, because people always say moisturize your hair, but your edges and your hairline needs a little bit of extra moisture. Because of that, you're always washing your face with washes, soaps and all that, which can strip off the moisture there and make it dry, and dryness equals to breakage. If you're trying to do anything or probably just touch it, it could just break off. So try to moisturize your edges after you shower whatsoever. There's probably still water there, just rub it up through my hairline and just take a little bit of oil and just dash it there to make sure that it's not dry. So my number 8 tip is using a bonnet to sleep. This is because obviously you just need to keep in that moisture. You don't need your edges or your hairlines or even your hair to come in contact with anything that causes friction. So using a bonnet saves your edges, saves your hair, and saves you a lot of breakage. Do treatments that would help your edges. Yes, That's a very strong point I tell people. When you want to grow your edges and you find out that you're finding it hard for you to actually see growth, though yes, your edges actually grow every day, but you may have probably done a little bit of like damage or something to your follicles. It needs time to regenerate, and your follicles need to grow hair. You have to do something to like help it. I did onion treatment. Like, I was very strict with my onion treatment when I started it. I'll put the link of the video in the description box. When I started using onion, over a long period of time, I noticed my edges were coming back to life. Like, after taking the whole necessary precautions, actually, I did this onion treatment for like 2 to 3 months, and I noticed change, not just on my edges but even on my hair. Like, this onion treatment works for your edge and your hairy growth. So try any treatment that would help regenerate and make sure that your hair is growing. Whenever you do those treatments, make sure you're massaging your edges and massaging it in to make sure it gets in. Take your time to care for those edges. Number 10, avoid sew-ins and any protective style at all that is going to put tension on those edges. The most annoying thing is that when you see some people making sew-ins to get maybe like an achieved or a desirable style, you'd see people actually picking up the most tiniest hairs which are on the edges. And not just that, they go ahead to use the needle and the thread to sew in whatsoever they want to sew in or crocheting, and you see the person's hair moving up, like literally moving up. Don't do styles like Ghana weaving. Don't do braids that are tight. Make it free. Do not, and I repeat, do not do those styles. And my last advice and tip for you is to be patient. Yes, my sister, be patient. Yes, it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in a week. It doesn't happen in 2 weeks. Don't go around trying to get those products that will be like, grow your edges in 1 week, grow your edges in 2 weeks, grow your edges in 3 weeks. No, it doesn't happen overnight. It all depends on the degree of hair loss that's there. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this video was helpful, and I hope you'd put into consideration using these tips, because they worked for me and I'm very sure they would work for you too. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave it in the comments section. Make sure you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you are not yet subscribed, and click on that notification bell so you get notified anytime I upload a new video. I still remain your girl Tina Olise, giving you tips on how to grow your hair, answering your question, and your #1 hair growth tutor. So I'll see you next time in my next video. Bye.